Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Logan, and today I'm going to talk to you about one of my favorite ways to cook vegetables, and that is roasting. Today we're going to roast broccoli. And I never liked broccoli growing up. I thought it was absolutely disgusting, but using this method, I don't know, it tastes great, it's good for you, and so I'm excited to share it with you. So for our ingredients today, we'll be using several things. The first, of course, being broccoli. So I've got 2 crowns of broccoli here. For my salt, I usually like to use kosher salt. I like that the grains are bigger. It's easier to see how much you're putting in the food. We'll also use black pepper and cumin seeds, or what I like, but feel free to use whatever spices you like, and we'll also need extra virgin olive oil. Okay, so let's get going. I'm gonna take and first wash my broccoli. I never used to wash my produce, and then I figured out how bad that was. It seems like a pointless step, but it's definitely worth it. But when it comes to kind of processing the broccoli, I like to first cut off the stem, using really poor knife skills there, not even holding the knife right. But the easiest thing to do for me after that is to just kind of start pulling them off the stem, and then there's a big chunk at the bottom. I'll just use my knife to cut that off. So we're gonna do the same thing over here once again, kind of just breaking it down into pieces that are bite-sized. Ultimately, your goal here is to just make sure they are somewhat the same size, that way they cook in roughly the same amount of time. But breaking it down, pulling it apart with your fingers, that's the easiest thing to do. So all these are roughly equal size. What we're gonna do now is go ahead and get it ready to go into the bowl. So next step is to just start adding the other ingredients we're gonna use to season the broccoli. So the first thing I'm gonna do is put on some extra virgin olive oil, some freshly ground black pepper. I like to use bigger pepper chunks in mine, and of course some salt. Salt brings out the natural flavor of anything, and so you wanna make sure you put that in there. And once again, I'm gonna use cumin seeds in mine. You're welcome to use whatever you want, garlic powder, onion powder, anything that you think is gonna be tasty. The goal here is just to make sure all the ingredients are mixed through thoroughly. That way you've got an even dispersion of salt, pepper, olive oil, and cumin seeds. So into the pan we go. The key here is just making sure you spread it out evenly over the baking sheet. I try to make sure there's nothing piled on top of one another, and then right after that we can put it into a 400-degree oven. Every once in a while, you'll want to take and stir the broccoli around. That just keeps it from getting too brown on one side. So I just, every 10 minutes or so, take it out, give it a good stir, and it should keep it from burning. After about 20-25 minutes or so, the broccoli should be about done. Take a peek at it every few minutes just to see when it looks like it's to your liking. For me, I like just a little bit of brown on my broccoli. I think it gives it a nice little crunch and an extra bit of flavor. After it's done, I like to plate it up. I just love the color of the broccoli with the bright green and the little spots of brown. I think it's beautiful, and the best part about it is that it's gonna taste even better. And of course, we'll give it a try. Oh, God, that's good.